Hello, YouTube land. This is the Comic Book Ninja with another comic book video. This is the second video in a series of videos that I call what I consider undervalued comics. And today I want to talk about origin issues. I've been collecting comics since 1985, and origin issues used to be much more coveted than they are now. Nowadays, most collectors only want keys. Keys. But if you're a true fan of the character, I don't see why collectors aren't going after origin issues. If you're a true fan of the characters, you would want the comics that show off their origin. Now, a lot of first appearances have their origins tied into their first appearances, but a lot of them don't. One of them is Black Panther. His first appearance, of course, is Fantastic Four number 52. And since the movie came out, that book has shot up like crazy. But not Fantastic Four 53, which is the first origin of T'Challa, the Black Panther. This book is still relatively really cheap, and it's not sought after, but it's the origin of the Black Panther. It should be more valuable than it is, because it's the story of how the Black Panther became the Black Panther. And if you're a fan of the character, I don't see why anyone wouldn't want the story of their origin. This issue is a perfect example. It's not only the origin of the Black Panther, but it's also the very first appearance of the Black Panther's number one nemesis, Ulysses Claw. This is his first appearance, so it's got two great things going for it. It's the origin of Black Panther, and it's the first appearance of Ulysses Claw, or Claw, as he is known sometimes. So this, in my opinion, is a highly undervalued book. Fantastic Four 53. Next we have Captain Marvel number 33. And this is this issue is the origin of Thanos. And we all know how hot Iron Man 55 is. And with the big success of Avengers Infinity War, Thanos is a very popular character. But how can this book be so undervalued? This is the origin of Thanos. If you're a fan of Thanos, you would not only want Iron Man 55, you also want to go after Captain Marvel number 33, which is the origin of Thanos. And he has a really fascinating origin. And on top of that, it's got a great battle cover by Jim Starlin. So Captain Marvel 33 is a highly undervalued origin comic. Now, this is Blue Beetle number 2. It's not expensive. Blue Beetle isn't that popular of a character, but I thought I'd show this comic because it's got a cool story. It not only tells the origin of the Silver Age Blue Beetle, Ted Kord, but it also is the death of the Golden Age Blue Beetle. It's a great story, and also has an appearance by Steve Ditko's The Question, and Ditko did the art for this cool book. Blue Beetle number 2 from 1967. Uh, I don't think it'll go. I don't think it has a huge potential, but I think it's a really cool book that you should go after. It's a really cool story, great Ditko art, and you know, it's you know, it's a great book. I think you know, you're a fan of Ditko, find this book. Next we have Silver Surfer #1. Now, if you've been following the prices of Fantastic Four 48, which is the first appearance of Silver Surfer and Galactus, that book has just shot up in the last year. A friend of mine bought an 8.0 copy of 48 Fantastic Four 48 for $2,000. Now, that 8.0 you can easily get for, after a few months for $25 to $3,000. So that book is just super hot right now. But if you cannot get that book, I suggest you go after Silver Surfer #1. His first solo series, and it's not only his first solo series, but is the origin of Silver Surfer, which should make this a highly attractive and sought after book. This, I believe, is Stan Lee at his best, writing wise. The Silver Surfer, I believe, is probably Stan Lee's favorite character. It's a reflection of Stan Lee himself as an observer of the world, and this series, showcases Stan Lee's great writing ability. And this not only has the origin of Silver Surfer, but it also is the origin of the Watchers. So this book should be more coveted than it is. I mean, if you can't go after Fantastic Four 48, Silver Surfer #1, in all grades, is worth getting. It's an important book, a great character, probably my favorite character of all time. So Silver Surfer #1. This is a CGC 8.5. For the life of me, I looked through this whole book. I could not see a single flaw in this book. I don't know why CGC undergraded this as an 8.5, but I got a great deal out of it, so I got ahead. So this is a great book to have and should be in everybody's watch list. Next we have Superman 146. Now, anytime you can get the origin of a major character, especially from Gold and Silver Age, it should be a great buy. It should be, because a lot of them are just undervalued. Now, this isn't the first origin of Superman, but this one has, I believe, a classic cover. Superman's origin has been retold and retold several times since Action Comics #1. So, but this particular one, I think, has huge potential simply because it has a really cool cover with Superman as a baby being rocketed off to Earth from a dying Krypton. And this issue is the complete story of Superman's life up to that point. So yes, I think this book, Superman 146, is undervalued, and Superman fans should go after this book. This is a 7.0 copy. Very nice. From 1961. Finally, we have Batman 47, which I think is the most undervalued origin issue of them all. This is a Golden Age book from 1948, and this is the origin of arguably the most popular character in all of comics. I mean, I don't know who's more popular, Batman, Spider-Man, Wolverine, I don't know. But you can make an argument that Batman is the most popular character in DC or Marvel or all of comics. And this particular issue is the first full detailed origin of Batman. His origin was first his first origin was published in in Detective Comics number 33, but it was only 2 pages. It's very brief. It was brought up again, I think, in Batman number 1, but it's also a brief origin. But this issue, Batman 47, is the first really true detailed origin of the Caped Crusader, and why this book isn't hotter than it is, why this isn't more highly sought after, I don't know. But like I said, origin issues just are not as sought after as they used to be. But this is the origin. If you're a Batman fan, this is a book that you should definitely go after. You can still get one. Yeah, it's expensive. I mean, this 4.0 copy, it'll still run you over $1,000, but that's still really cheap compared to a lot of other Golden Age Batman keys. This is a really highly undervalued Batman key, because it's the story, it's the origin story of arguably the most popular character in comics. So Batman 47 is my number 1 pick of the most undervalued origin issue. This is the Comic Book Ninja. Thanks for watching. I'm signing off. Bye.